It was designed from the very get-go to be the ultimate gunship. Most of that turned out to be true, but some of it took a little bit more work.
Well, this would have had several advantages over the H model. The H model was all opened up. It had no, you could pressurize it, but you'd have to take the guns off, you'd have to close doors up and all that, and it wouldn't be a gunship. This thing was built to be able to pressurize, fly at a higher altitude and cruise, which is a better fuel efficiency and everything, and then come in and depressurize and do its job. So you can tell it's a big, clumsy airplane. It wouldn't take a gunner very long to find this thing and knock it down in the daytime. In nighttime, they can't even find you. They can hear you, but hopefully you're putting enough bullets down, he's not thinking about sticking his gun up. He just wants to not get hit. So nights are our bread and butter.
We own the night, we like to say. You know, AVSOC does that really well. And, you know, the gunship, I just think the mission was just so cool that that's why I wanted to fly it, and that's why I flew it for as long as I did. Gunships throughout the history of gunships have been a great asset to the guys on the ground, and part of, you know, what we try to accomplish when we go and support those guys on the ground, which is to protect them from the people that are trying to harm them, and so they get to go home every night, and then we get to go home, and we got home every night in this airplane. We were supporting some Navy SEALs. Originally it was they were taking over this village. They were looking for some high value targets. So they asked us to kind of do kind of a wide sweep around the area, just kind of make sure there was nothing going on. And we noticed about 8 individuals sitting in a little ditch that was about 300 meters away from, you know, the outskirts of that village. And we called that in, and they sent in a Navy SEAL team. And as soon as they got there, those guys that were sitting down then stood up and started shooting at them. So 3 of those SEALs got injured, none of them fatally, but 3 of them got injured, and then they asked us to put fire down, and within about 23 seconds we had the first round on the ground.
A little bit of mixed emotions, but you know what? I was allowed to retire. It should be too.
The airplane did a wonderful job for its lifetime, and I was fortunate enough to be a big part of a lot of what it did. And thinking back on them, you know, on the missions we flew, and even the local missions we flew, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of good times. We had a few scary times, but there's just, you know, after spending so much time with it, you know, I was more comfortable with this than I was in my own house for a long time. So it hurts to see it here, but I'd rather see it here than be, you know, tore up, destroyed. So, but it sure brings back a lot of memories, a lot of good memories, and a lot of pride, a sense of pride, I think.